my coffee. How is everybody this morning? In a moment. Hello? I thought people would be saying hello at this point. Hello? Hello, Kyrie. Was in the ER with your little Augie. How is he doing? Oh my God, Iris. How are you, Iris? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in forever. Hello, Christine. How's your dog? How's your dog? Better? Oh, good. Okay, that's really obnoxious, that. I was listening to Prince earlier, and I really, really miss playing music. You have to follow me on TikTok. You have to get everyone to follow me on TikTok so we can do music on our show. So, oh, good to see you, Iris. I think about you all the time. Oh, my goodness. Welcome to Maximize Your Morning. Good morning. Tiffany and I had a great class last night. And Christine, sending love to Augie. Yes, of course. We had a good, I think about you a lot. Aw, that's nice. All right, friends. We are going to we're going to sit quietly. So let's sit quietly. I wish you could see the real color of my nails. They look horrible on camera. They look so good in real life. I love your name. Oh, I know. Iris is a very, 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 very old friend of mine. Thank you, Iris. I'm redhead. I just became red. Like you. Like you. You're still redhead, right? Or are you still red? Auburny? Iris? Thank you. I have a little help. Yeah, like you. That looks great on you. Thank you very much. Okay. We're going to sit quietly for a couple minutes and just breathe. We're going to continue our series today. And we're going to go to number 2 when I bring that up. So all we're doing is breathing right now. So just breathe. That's it. You can shut your eyes or not, but I'm going to shut mine. Here we go. breath. Open your eyes when you're ready. Max is a chameleon. He looks good from dark to gray. It's so fun. Thank you. Hello, Valentine. Not Max, not Mix. Look, I got a color that's kind of like my hair. Anyway, but it's great to see you, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday, November 13th. And when I was doing my makeup, I got something on my eye, and it's still in there. I think it's an eyelash. I can't tell, but it's, you know, when that happens and you're like, oh. Anyway, it's fine. So if I look like I'm winking at you all the time, I probably am, but I'm not really winking at you. So anyway, welcome to Maximize Your Mornings. My name is Max Ryan. What we talk about here is abiding non-dual awareness. Abiding non-dual awareness is something that cannot be taught because it is exactly what is already. But your little character and your little ego thinks that it's somewhere else, that the peace is somewhere else, that the happiness is somewhere else, that it's never good enough, right? So it's always living up here, and abiding non-dual awareness is right here, and you're like blah 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 when it's right in front of your face. It's like telling you to find the oxygen. You can't find the oxygen because you are part of the oxygen, and it's happening right now. Telling the fish to find the water, if they're in the water. Not if they've been caught and then they've been pulled out of the water, but a fish in the water. Tell the fish to find the water. Tell you to find the oxygen. That's what abiding non-dual awareness is. So that's what we talk about here on some level. And right now we're doing a series of 10, count them, 10 ways that it is detrimental to make decisions based on fear in the dream, right? So these are 10 things that you can take or you can leave and be your pupil. My pupil is going crazy. I thought it was going to be all red. If you would like to give a thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate that. It helps the algorithm and it helps me and it helps everybody. Please follow my, hold on a second. I got to make sure. Is it this one? This is it. Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot to tell you, everybody. I forgot to tell you. Where is it? Oh, this is driving me crazy. Okay. I think it's here. Okay. Happy National Kindness Day. Happy National Kindness Day. Today is National Kindness Day. I'm going to make a TikTok. I'm making a couple of TikToks today. So you'll see me if you're on TikTok. Please follow me on TikTok. So we can do our show and then you can see these little snippets. I'll probably put other places. But today is National Kindness Day. So here's the deal. Be your pupil. Valentine is be your pupil. I get it now. Hello, B. Valentine. Why is it? Anyway, okay, so here's the deal. My pupils. my pupils? So National Kindness Day. I'm going to make this little video, but I thought of this right away, so I'm going to make a little video of it. I don't know if this is real or not, because someone at some point said, he never said that, but it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. So here's the story. The Buddha was asked by somebody, what is the best thing that one can do to clear future karma, present karma, and past karma? That is if you believe in karma. But anyway, what is the best thing you can ever do to clear future, present, and past karma? Because they're all about the clearing the karma, right? And the Buddha had one word. Kindness. Kindness. True kindness. Not because you're supposed to be kind. Not because you're forced to be kind. It's like real humility. Real humility is one of the most beautiful things in the world. False humility is one of the, it's so, you can feel it a mile away. But real kindness. And if you're not kind to yourself, you can't be kind to anybody else. Kindness, especially for those who you do not agree with. You don't have to agree with them, but you can be kind. But don't hold on to I don't agree, because then holds on to the character, because they're not a character. You're not a character, right? So kindness. Today is Kindness Day. Please try to be kind. It's very, very important. Okay? Go Buddha. Aquarius power. That's right. I love that. Kyrie says, kindness is free. You can give it away and never run out of it. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right, everybody. So, let's see. Let's do one question. We'll get into our stuff today. If I keep blinking, it's because I feel like there's something in my eye. I'm done with this. I'm going to like dig in my eye. Okay, here we go. Here's a question for all of you. What is your favorite? Oh, this is interesting. What's your favorite thing to barbecue? Or what's your favorite barbecue meal? What's your favorite barbecue meal? Oh, ribs, for sure. For sure, ribs. For sure, ribs. I like the ribs that have a lot of meat and a lot of fat. What's your favorite barbecue meal? What's your favorite barbecue? It could be anything, right? It could be anything. What's your favorite barbecue meal? Same. Tiffany and I are the same. Mm-hmm. Oh, brisket. I love that too. Veggies. Uh-huh. Ribs and one. Oh, Kyrie, coleslaw. Coleslaw, one of my favorite things. If it's done right. If it's soupy and sweet, I can't. I can't do the soupy sweet one. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. None. Barfola. Oh, I thought you meant that was some Italian thing that barfola. You don't like anything barbecued. Christine doesn't like anything As it was coming out of my mouth, I was like, oh God, I get it. Barfola. That's very good. Very good. All right, everyone take a deep breath. All right. So yesterday's way that this is all about decisions based on fear. Now remember, decision based on fear, there's nothing wrong with it. There's just always, in the dream state, there are consequences, and it is detrimental if you do want to have the happy dream, if you do want to feel unconditional love, if you do want to feel or have the experience of what's already here instead of what you're fearing all the time, then you want to look at all of the ways that you make decisions based on fear. Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's right. And if we look at some of the results that you get, there's 10 results that I'm going to talk about in the next 10 days, next 8 days. The results that you get from making a decision based on fear and what that does for you and how it sets your character up for suffering, really, is something that we really are invited to look at. That's what we're going to do today. Do you think that this has value in your life? Looking at how making decisions based on fear affects you in the dream state, your character in the dream state. Do you think that this is an effective way to spend your time to look at this? Yes or no? You don't have to say yes. You can say like, I don't give a shit. You can say, I don't care. This is more for me as a content creator. Absolutely, 100%, Tiffany says. That'd be no. You don't think it's very useful to you? B? That's okay. Don't worry about it. I want honest. I want honest. Anyone else want to chime in there? What you think about making decisions based on fear? Okay. So, all right. I personally want to have a happy dream, so I want to choose again. Okay. All right. So, it doesn't matter if you have a happy dream or you have a nightmare. But while you're in the dream, you get a choice. You kind of get a choice. Fear-based decisions is no, unless, oh. I thought you meant it's not helpful to you to talk about this stuff. Of course. There is. I love it that you said that. Here's the deal. Fear is not a bad thing. Fear can be very helpful in a dark alley. Fear is very helpful if you're standing in front of a moving train. Fear is helpful if your kid is going to run out in the street. Fear is very helpful sometimes. But it's the problem is that the fight or flight animalistic part of the brain takes over, and it just does everything is about fear. Fear they're not going to like me, fear that I'm not going to make money, fear that I'm going to make too much money, fear I be too successful, fear I won't be successful enough, all of that stuff. Fear I'm not good enough, fear that they're going to be talking behind my back, fear all of that shit. And then you make decisions based on that. So you really wanted to wear the gold dress because you're like, oh my God, my new red hair and the gold dress go really good. And then you're like, people, and then the next thought is, people are going to think I'm weird. I better wear the white dress. That's a decision based on fear. It's so small, but it's so big. Right? So, great book, The Gift of Fear, Gavin de Becker. I do know that book. I've never read it, though. Thank you very much. To do things without fear is going to be helpful to me. Said that wrong. I understand. Oh, since I was born and turned upside down and my butt slapped, I was fearful of everything. So to do things out of fear is going to be helpful to me. I understand. Without fear. Okay. So yesterday we talked about, I have to look at my little list. It's all on my phone. Okay. When you make a decision based on fear, this is yesterday, you enforce the idea of separation, that it's like the world and me. And then you have to be competing and you have to be fighting and you have to, it's like everything else is happening and then there's you. That makes sense. So when you make it, that's number one. Okay. So we talked about that. It makes you feel isolated. It makes you feel alone. It makes you feel, this is what we talked about yesterday. And so why would you do that? Because the egoic mind wants you to stay in fear. It wants you to stay in fear, but you have a choice. You definitely have a choice. Yeah, as long as you stay in this separated state, it's very, very difficult. It's not impossible. Nothing's impossible to really have the glimpses of the abiding non-dual awareness. You're up here all the time, right? All right. So, all right, here we go. Number two. This is number two. Making a decision based on fear drives the character into outcome-related everything. Everything's about the outcome, right? So you're stuck in the future. You're trying to predict the future, right? Of what happens. The future outcomes is everything. Okay, if I wear let's just say, if I wear the white dress, they won't think I'm weird, right? If I wear the gold dress, I'm going to feel great. But wear the white dress, just wear the right dress because I need to. So it's like this outcome. Everything's about outcome. Oh, don't put your money in that because now, hear me when I say this. There's nothing wrong with being smart and using your noggin to do anything in the dream state. And there's nothing right about it and there's nothing wrong about it. But sometimes when you make a decision, many times, when you make a decision based on fear, a lot of times all you're thinking about is what are you going to get at the end? What are you going to get at the end? Now, the end is not, there is no time. So you're like living in the future, and then what happens when you're like, oh well, don't do that with my money because then whatever happens to me, I'm not going to even go into something, whatever. So don't do that with my money because then I'm going to lose it, and then so you're trying to manage fear. You're trying to manage fear and look at the outcomes. Nothing's wrong with this at all, except that when you made that decision, let's say it's about money, I don't know, invest something or don't invest something, I don't know what it is, and then you're like, oh, well, I hope I made, then you go, oh, I hope I made the right decision. Hope I made the right decision. I hope I made the right decision. So say it's for your future, say it's for your retirement fund, and then you've got all those years to wait while you're worrying, while in the back of your head the little niggling is going, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, maybe it won't, maybe it won't. Does that make sense, everybody? So one of the biggest things you can do, I mean, the what it does, it breeds the attachment to the outcome. Let me look at my notes. So the attachment also, this outcome, attachment to the outcome, it also intensifies that you're in the illusion. It intensifies that you're in the dream state, right? And so it makes the dream more real. It makes the dream feel more real. When you don't make as many choices based on fear, instead of maybe what your gut is telling you, you have to know what your gut is, but it doesn't matter. I mean, that does matter actually. But instead, do not make it. I say this very blanket. I say it all the time to my students. Never make a decision based on fear. It's that easy. It's that easy. Because one of the things that it's going to do is it's going to get you into this future-oriented thing. So what happens when you're future-oriented? You miss what is what? Carly Simon, anticipation. Exactly. That's it. If we could play music, we'd play it. Exactly. Anticipation. This anticipation. Some of us, you're missing right now. In the Course in Miracles, that's called the holy instant. You're missing what's right here. And the only thing that's real is right here, right now. When you're looking at me while I'm staring at you, this is it. This is it. This is it. My students right now in the class, you know what I'm talking about. This is it, right? So when you're future oriented, you miss the present. So making a fear-based decision always will bring you out of the present moment and be attached to the outcome. You'd make a decision because you don't want a bad outcome. You make a decision because you want a good outcome. You make this decision because you think you can control the outcome. Good luck with that. Right? So, number one, again, is making a decision based on fear reinforces a sense of separation. Number two, making a decision based on fear breeds attachment to outcomes, and you miss the present. You miss the present, which is everything that there is. This is actually very appropriate for the people in my class, Christine, Tiffany, and B. You understand? Very close to what we're talking about this week. All right, take a big deep breath, everybody. All right, so what's coming up for anybody here? Thank you for being here. If you'd like to make a donation, there is a super chat down there that you can make a donation. You can also go to my Venmo, which is in the link. You can go to my PayPal. You can make a donation. I greatly appreciate it. This is what I do for a living. So if you'd like to do that, I would love that. You don't have to. If you'd like to know anything more about me, please go to my website, my social medias, all that stuff. Make sure that you are signed up for my Substack and my articles, because every Sunday I send out a new article. So, and also I got a book. You can also get my book on Amazon. All right. What else what's happening for you? Think about the missing the present moment because of fear. Say whatever you want. You can say I disagree. I agree. That guy's crazy. That guy must dye his hair. Into your lesson about worry is like praying for what you don't want. Worrying is like praying for what you don't want. Very good there, B. B, if I don't remember your B next time, don't take it personally. Sometimes people's names are so opposite of what they are that I'm like, what is that? Harry says, I miss today if I'm only thinking about what tomorrow will be, and there will be no way to know what is coming, even in the next hour. That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No doubt. No doubt. Anything else coming up for anybody? To be or not to be? Whether it is nobler. Anyway, I know that whole speech. It's a great speech. It's a great speech. Obviously, it's overdone, but so good. I feel like with this hair color, it's very like Danish or Scottish, or I could be playing Hamlet. You're welcome. All right, everybody. All right, so tomorrow we're going to do number 3. I'm not going to give anything away. We're going to do number 3. So make sure that you hit the little bell that has the all thing, and then it'll tell you I'm live, and you can come and join us. I love that you're here. Please, I'm going to make some TikToks today, so make sure that you get on TikTok and you see some of those. I'll probably put them on Instagram too. Yeah, that's it. Okay, everybody. You're on fire with your great hair. Fire! I do love it. I do love it. It's a lot of fun, and it's totally natural. All right, everybody. Really enjoy your day. Practice being in the present moment. And if you're in the present moment, there is no fear, because there's no fear here. Fear is only in the past or the future. It's always about the future or the past, somehow, right? Right now. Right now. Thank you, Kyrie. You're number 1. Thank you, Kyrie. I appreciate it. Kyrie. Oh my gosh, Kyrie, you're so sweet. Thank you very much. All right, everybody. Okay. And what was I going to say? I love you too. All right, everybody. I got to go. So have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow. And that's it. Okay. Love you, everyone. Au revoir. Au revoir. I'll say it very slowly. Au revoir. Au revoir. Bye-bye.